What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are doing well. And we're starting off on Houses of Holy. You guys have been waiting for this one. I'm excited to get into this. Yeah, we're just going to start off in the first song. Got my dad again with me.
Hey, guys.
Looks like you got a few things you want to...
Yeah, I was just digging around. It was kind of with this banner behind us, but I was just kind of looking at... I have a tape. Actually, I don't know why they're both Led Zeppelin too, but the tape deck and the CD
That's
case.
awesome.
That picture was, there's some little story about that, about them just being around a bunch of biker dudes and saying, like, the guys were like, hey, can we be in your picture or whatever? They took that picture. So obviously not all those guys are in the band, but
Right.
you know.
Jeez.
Yeah, but I mean, these are the ones I listened to in the 80s and 90s. So these
like their
ones.
exact one.
Yeah. So like in my 1980 Buick Skylark, not a very fancy car, this tape deck. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Dang. That's crazy.
I got Houses of the Holy somewhere too.
Really?
Yeah. I don't.
Huh. Yeah. Was that Led Zeppelin too?
Yeah, too. Yeah.
Did you have all of them or?
Not the later ones, not
Okay.
Physical Graffiti, I don't think, or any of the compilations, but I think the first 5.
Okay. Gotcha.
This album, looking at the album cover, I think had some controversy about the little naked butts, little naked bodies.
Oh, yeah.
There was a little bit of, or maybe a lot, I don't know. I think some people, were bothered by that and everything. There's some story behind that, of course. I can't remember. I think, Robert Plant was newly a dad, and
gotcha.
it's very innocent and everything to their minds, but there's always been people interested in censoring things, and to have little children naked on a cover did not sit well with everybody.
Right.
I think.
Yeah. Huh. They love doing some weird stuff with their album cover.
Yeah.
I love it though.
Yeah. It's kind of almost like a creepy album cover, makes it feel like there's a different world, almost like a different planet that it's on, or I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's hop right into the first song. The song remains the same.
Okay, this was... There's a documentary named this too.
Oh.
And it's about I think it's about their Madison Square Garden live performances. It's like it's a compilation named this.
I've seen people comment that before, now that you mentioned that.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I know this song weirdly that well.
Okay.
I'm sure I'll recognize this song.
I mean, the songs from all the other albums, their first song is always like a mega hit, I feel like.
Yeah, I think this was one of the bigger off the albums.
Okay.
But I don't think it's like, if it's okay to say ahead of time, I think like No Quarter, The Ocean, Over the Hills and Far Away, probably the Rain song.
Okay.
I realize I just said most of the album, but
no, you're good.
Actually, Dire Maker's pretty good too.
Looking at the plays on Spotify, Dire Maker has the most.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah.
And this has the least, I think. Oh, no. The Crunge, I guess, has less, but...
Yeah, I never was super into the Crunge.
Okay.
A lot of diversity and lots of stuff going on, so...
Yeah, okay.
To each their own.
Well, let's get into it.
All right.
The song remains the same. First song off Houses of the Holy. I love how that slows down.
Yeah. It was like all an intro.
Yeah. Well, that guitar there at the beginning was cool.
Yeah. Well, you know, I feel like you hear Bonzo a lot there because, you know, John Bonham's drumming, of course, stands out there. There were a couple times I could hear the bass line dropping, and you know, you always the overlooked member of the Four, John Paul Jones,
right,
like doing so much, but
yeah,
and then it just shifts gears there and kind of
yeah,
slows down.
I love that.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's go back a little bit. I like that. First of all, those guitar things at the beginning are my favorite of the song. Like when it, that was so good.
Am I crazy? But there's a little bit of a country
twanginess,
a little bit to that.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah,
for sure.
So you know, I'm pretty sure this song and the title of it and everything refers to how the record labels were leaning on them to just produce. And I think that's what this song is about. I think Led Zeppelin was like other bands too, were basically fighting for their independence and their creativity, and they didn't want to just, because like record labels would say things like, okay, you finished Led Zeppelin 4, you know, it's time, okay, you know, whatever, 1 year, have the next one ready.
Jeez.
And that's a lot of pressure.
Right. I mean, especially for young adults like that and stuff.
Right.
Jeez.
A little bit related, it makes me think of Calvin and Hobbes, the comic. I don't know if anybody's a Calvin and Hobbes fan, but Bill Watterson, he absolutely was at the pinnacle of comic book. He was the top comic in the world.
Yeah.
And they started saying, well, you have to make one every day. We need one in the newspaper every day, and it needs to stay this good. and he just absolutely dropped the mic and walked away.
Cool. Is that right?
Just
I forgot that.
Yeah, he just said, "Okay, then if I can't take my time and do how I want to do it, I'm done." And that's part of the reason why those comics are generally all good. They didn't get watered down after years of being forced.
Yeah.
So artists like Led Zeppelin probably were fighting for the same thing, you know, to keep that.
It's very important when you're an artist to be able to do what you want to do. I mean, I
even heard like a background vocal there where Robert Plant says push, push, push. That's not the right tone, but I wondered if that's related to that. If they were just getting calls all the time, like, you guys done with the first track, done with the second track? Like,
jeez. So it's like a diss song towards the record labels.
I think maybe that's the way I'm taking it, and I mean that the title of the song itself seems pretty much like
the song remains the same. Okay. What an ending there.
Yeah.
Those vocals were cool at the end.
Yeah. You know what it kind of reminds me of? I know that's a studio cut, of course, but it reminds me of just improv, like music that's improv, a little bit like, I could see when they played this live, like it going a lot longer and just being able to, I imagine it was never quite the same each time.
Right.
Which is ironic for the title of the song.
Right.
I didn't mean to set that up like that.
That's funny. Yeah.
It just seems like almost like it was improv as when it was produced. A little. I'm not saying it was sloppy. It just.
I mean, it's even cooler if you can just improv something like that.
Yeah.
You guys have been waiting on more live reactions, but I mean, they just keep getting copyrighted. There's one from like a month on my channel, a month ago. Some of you guys didn't see, so if you want to scroll down, you can see that. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get more live videos up for you guys. But I love that song.
Yeah, it's kind of unusual. It's kind of neat that they put it first track of the album.
Yeah.
Too. If in fact it is a little bit of a diss on the record label.
Right.
Like, well, you put it first too. You don't.
The first song they hear.
Like, you don't have it at the end of side B.
What are we gonna get for the rest of the album?
You know, this album, Silas, it feels like a little bit more like progressive rock and more. Even more out there. I feel like the first albums were very just rock and blues infused, which we love. But this one, I feel like they're definitely kind of going further off like the main track of where they could have gone. They could have stayed in their comfortable place and just stayed with the heavy rock that they were doing and been successful. But like No Quarter and I don't know, this is a kind of music, like some people like smoke a little weed too and stuff, but like, I don't feel like Led Zeppelin's music is so transformative. I don't feel like a person needs any sort of influences. I don't feel like they need any sort of drugs or alcohol or anything to get into a deep place because the music takes you there.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, like, you watch with no quarter, I feel like you almost just shut your eyes and like, and it just,
Really?
yeah, it's so great, and it's
Huh.
kind of very out there. Like, you could light some incense and stuff.
Really?
I don't know, whatever. I don't know.
Well, I love how they can switch it up and do different genres and stuff, and just be able to do that takes talent. A lot of artists just stay in their lane and
Yeah.
just do the same thing, which is sometimes good, but I don't know.
I wonder if they really went off the rails and just did like an acoustic album right now instead of, I mean, there's a fair amount of acoustic work at this point, but like how much the record label would have put up with, you know, like
Right.
I'd love to hear a song with just Jimmy playing the banjo. Just that.
Just the banjo.
Yeah, like absolutely. Sure.
Yeah.
I love that. But
Yeah.
I'm guessing like the record label, I wonder if the record label, like, if it's kind of a back and forth, like they submit a song and the record label says things like, this is a little too long, or this is...
Geez, so they could tell them to not play.
I don't know. Do they have that influence?
Maybe.
I know Queen, the band Queen, really struggled with that too. They had a lot of challenges with, the record label and management. You know, once there starts to be money involved and millions of dollars and stuff, like a mega band, you have to, like, I think you have to put up a shield against a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You have to hear, I mean, these guys, Led Zeppelin was so big, I'm sure they had their haters too, you know, because whenever you're in first place, you've always got a target on your back.
Right.
And like...
It gets lonely at the top.
That's right. And I'm sure they heard things, even pre-internet, like, you know, all sorts of stuff, and they had to stay strong and fight through some of that.
Yeah. Okay, well that's it for the video, guys. We've been talking for a while, but no, make sure to like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.